All right, let's talk about Sam Darnold and the 3-0 Minnesota Vikings. What the hell is happening? Is Sam Darnold elite? Well, okay, I think that there's some good and bad with Sam Darnold. I do think that there were some negatives in this game as well. A lot of positives. The box score is fantastic, but, as a whole, this Vikings offense is working, so I want to get into all of it. What's working, why it's working, what maybe could be issues in the future, all that stuff. Let's just get into it. So, the play you see on the screen, it's designed to get to Justin Jefferson, and really, the way this play is designed to work is to isolate Jefferson one-on-one with a Houston safety. So, that's the way it's designed to work on this 3rd down and goal, which, again, if you can get that kind of mismatch, usually you want to take it. Darnold's going to take the snap, and you might think, okay, got it. Jefferson's going to get wide open, Darnold's going to hit a wide open receiver. Yeah, I've seen this a million times. Well, no. On this play, this is really not a throw I would say Darnold should make. I mean, Jefferson, okay, listen, you could throw up a jump ball, wouldn't be the worst idea, but keep in mind, Darnold is on the hash marks towards the top of the screen. It's not a great situation here. The only reason why you would consider it is because it's Justin Jefferson, right? Well, watch how Darnold is going to instead scramble outside the pocket. This gives more time for Jefferson to get wide open, and then they get the touchdown. So, again, Darnold is not just hanging on and kind of relying on the good receivers. There's some of that for sure, but a big part of it is, Darnold is making plays. Darnold is doing things to help this offense work. Is there stuff like this? Sure. I mean, listen, I think Justin Jefferson is amazing, and, you see it on stuff like this. It's a over-the-middle route right here, and he's so deadly on these types of routes. Watch as when you see Darnold runs this play action, Jefferson does a little fake as though he's going to be going deep, then goes more over the middle, and just look at how open he is. If you remember his rookie year, this is what he was just constantly doing. These types of routes, back when it was the whole offense was run the ball with Dalvin Cook and then throw to Justin Jefferson over the middle. He can still very much do these types of routes. But Darnold does hit him in stride, allows Jefferson to pick up yards after the catch. Darnold definitely on this play being more of a facilitator than making stuff happen, but he's capable of doing both, and that's what you like to see if you're a Vikings fan. Now, I do want to get into negatives. I said at the beginning of the video I would talk some negatives. There are some plays that, he's gotten away with some throws that I don't know if he's going to continue to get away with throughout the season. In fact, he had several plays that could have easily resulted in turnovers. This was the first where it's going to be a deep shot right here, and you can see why he wants to make this throw. Darnold takes the snap, he's going to fire one in that direction, and you see as it's over here, so the corner that was covering the receiver kind of lets him go. So because of that, Darnold's making this throw. The issue is you have to know there's a safety in the area. The safety's coming over to make a play. And this one, it looks like the corner went up to try and knock the ball away and ended up knocking it away from the safety itself. A dangerous pass there, right? That's definitely one that, one you'd like to have back. And then a couple of just this could have maybe been bad or this was close to being bad. I'm not sure if I'd consider either of these next two as turnover-worthy plays, but maybe turnover potential plays. It's going to be man coverage on this one on a 3rd and 8. That's the route that Darnold is going to look towards. Sorry for also using black for the defense and offense. You usually like to do different colors, but when it's on the Vikings logo, I kind of, pretty much only black shows on that. So that's why it's the same color. But anyway, Darnold is going to take the snap. He looks over the middle, and at this point, you have a decision to make. This is open, but the issue is someone's holding on to Darnold's foot, so, it's going to be a tough throw. At the same time, though, Darnold is well aware someone's holding on to his foot. He could easily say, you know what, I don't want to make this throw because of this, but he's going to decide to make the throw anyway. This throw is behind. The defensive back was able to get a hand on it, and again, was kind of closer to making that catch than the receiver was on that one. So a bit of a dangerous pass, right? Is it turnover worthy? I don't know, but it was dangerous for sure. This one was another one where Darnold runs the play action, and again, just slightly low on that one, gets tipped up, almost got caught. But again, there's some sort of, I feel like, rabbit's foot that Darnold has, because he also had a play earlier in the game when he fumbled it and threw it backwards due to no fault of his own, was blindsided with a pressure, and then it just happened to still get recovered and then turned into a first down anyway. So, things are working out for Darnold. And to be honest, a play like this, I think, is what Vikings fans will kind of counter what I'm saying about these negatives, is it's not necessarily a negative that he's taking these chances. Sure, it could result in some turnovers, and probably at a certain point will. We've seen that in the past with Darnold. But also this play, it's Jefferson in a one-on-one matchup towards the bottom of the screen. Darnold takes the snap, he's going to look in that direction and fires in that direction. And again, this is one of those, you see the defensive back closing in. You could certainly argue like this is a dangerous throw from Darnold. However, this time it works out for completion. And to be honest, that's most of the times he's doing this. So, while I do think there could turn into some issues down the road, I think that part of why Darnold is being successful is part of what got him into trouble early on in his career. It's the fact that he is a gunslinger and he is willing to take chances. I think he's being much more smart about it than he used to be, and he's definitely turned down the negative aspects of that playing style. But I also think part of it is he just has better talent around him now and is in a better situation to where his gunslinger tendencies are working more than they're failing. But also, I want to go over to something like this as well, because to me, this is my favorite thing about Darnold right now, is he's just seeing the field really well. So, like, it's going to be a zone coverage concept, and the route you see on the screen is where Darnold is eventually going to look towards. But I think what I've been most impressed with him is just, you see it on display. Watch how when he takes a snap, he first looks in a completely different direction. And not like to throw anybody off. This is just genuinely where his first read is. He wants to see if one of those players underneath is open. Is it? Not really. I don't think I would recommend him making either of these throws right here. I guess you could throw it to the more underneath guy, but I don't know. Looks like Houston has that kind of covered. I wouldn't recommend it. So instead, he goes back over the middle, and now there is a receiver who he can make a throw to. It's not wide open, though. Like, this is a pretty difficult throw if he is going to decide to do it. However, he makes a really difficult throw and they're able to get a completion. So, like, yeah, I mean, he's just playing good football right now. There are a couple things I think he's gotten away with. I think that's fair to say. But, like, even if those resulted in turnovers, this would have been a pretty solid day. Like, even if there was, like, 2 turnovers on the resume, this was still, he had 4 touchdowns, right? You'll take that touchdown to interception ratio any day of the week. And like I said, these are working out more than they're failing. So, I don't know. I think he's playing well. So yeah, I mean, as a whole, like, Darnold is still playing good football. Like, this is, like, legitimately part of why the Vikings are doing so well is because of Darnold. To me, that's undoubtedly so. Now, again, I think that there's a lot of guys that deserve credit, including the offensive line and the tackles that I haven't mentioned yet, but one of the best tackle tandems in the league for Minnesota. That's obviously a big factor as well. A lot's going well. Hard to be 3-0 against the schedule they've had without having a lot going well. And again, dominating these games too, not just beating good teams, dominating them so far. Really impressive start to the year. And yeah, I think Darnold is a part of it. I don't think Darnold is the only, I think if you put Darnold on a bad team, I don't know if that team is 3-0, but he's not on a bad team. He's on a good team and he's doing good stuff to help that good team play better. So, like, even if there's a couple throws that I think he has to cut down on, and I do worry if the shoe is going to drop a little bit, I'm not expecting this to fall off a cliff. I think Sam Darnold's going to play well this year. That's my expectation. I don't know exactly how long, how well it'll be is still, I think, up for debate. Is he going to be an MVP candidate, or is he just going to be a solid quarterback this season? My guess would be solid quarterback, but again, I tend to be, once a player changes, I tend to be the last one to take notice. So maybe I'm just, I always try to wait for a bigger sample size, and because of that, I don't jump to conclusions very often, but also sometimes I miss on guys. So we'll see which one this is. But yeah, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.